Okay, the square of a negative number is 48 more than 2 times the negative number. Find the number. Okay. The square, what does that mean? X squared. Square means second power. Is equals 48 more, 48 added to 2 times the number, 2x. There we go. See how I just directly translated that sentence? The square, x squared, is equals 48 more, 48 added to 2 times the number. Now you think, yeah, but it keeps saying negative number. Yeah, we'll get to that. That means in the end, the answer has got to be negative. So if we end up with two answers where one's positive, one's negative, we're only going to keep the negative one. All right, but for now, what do? We have an x squared equation. You know what to do. How do we solve x squared with an equal sign? Step one, you've got to get a 0 on one side. So let's do that. So we got to get a 0 here. I'm going to go minus 48 and minus 2. So I'm going to put them in order. Minus 2x minus 48. Boom, like that. Bye-bye 48, bye-bye 2x. And so we get x squared minus 2x minus 48 equals 0. Not good. That's the first step. Get a 0. Step 2, factor with the 2 parentheses, And so what multiplies adds, multiplies. Okay, so what? So that's going to be 2 parentheses. X times x multiplies to be x squared. Now what multiplies to equal 48? In the back there. Well, 6 times 8 is 48, and probably some other things as well. 4 times 12 is 48, and you can use your calculator. 3 times 16, I think. And then it goes on and on, but 6 and 8's our pair. How do we know? Because they can make 2 in the middle. Remember, the sign in the middle goes on the bigger, right? Sign in the middle to the bigger number. So this will be plus. And that works, doesn't it? Minus 6, positive 6 take away 8 is negative 2 in the middle, and 6 times negative 8 multiplies to be negative 48. Right? And then we set each one equal to 0 separately. So x plus 6 equals 0. That's step 3. Each part equals 0. And solve. Or x minus 8 equals 0, right? Because if 2 things multiply to equal 0, then the first one could be 0 or the second one could be 0. So let's subtract 6 from both sides. Boom, boom. X is negative 6. And then over here, let's add 8 to both sides. Boom, boom. So x is, whoops, wasn't very good. Try that again. X is 8. Okay. Now, which one's right? Not the 8, because they said it was a negative number. There we go, right? So the answer is negative 6. The number is because they said it was negative. So that's how we know in the very end, the answer is the negative 6, not the 8. Why? Because they said so. They said it's a negative number. So the answer is negative 6. And so let's run over it again. What did we do? The square, x squared, is equals 48 more, 48 added to 2 times x. At that equation, get 0 on one side. So subtract 48 and subtract 2x from both sides. Whenever you have x squared with an equal sign, we get a 0 on one side. We got a 0. Then we factor, multiply, add, multiply. The 2 parentheses, numbers that multiply to be 48, 6 and 8. Sign in the middle goes in the bigger, minus 8 plus 6. Then set each one equal to 0 and solve. Then negative 6 is our answer, because it's got to be negative. There we go.